Okay, it's 4:50 p.m. Came here after work, which ends at 3 for me since I'm on that East Coast time. Out at Paint It Black, basically a mega project for me. I've been trying it since my first season living in Colorado. Went to it then with Tristan and Austin, who were both working it. At that point, I basically couldn't do any of the moves. I could do just the second move, and after the second move, I couldn't do the foot transition, and everything else I was not able to do. Since then, I've been back to it a lot of times, and for the most part, it's never really been my focus to try it. I've always sort of been there to support. It's just sort of been like an afterthought for me because it's always felt too hard. Gradually, basically, I've sort of chipped away at the moves, and right before COVID hit, finally had a session where I'd done every move individually. I came back to it a few times after that, but basically never really made progress on it. This season, I was really quite keen to get back to it and see how it would feel. Had my first session on it a few weeks ago, and it felt really promising. I did all the moves again fairly quickly and started giving tries from the bottom for the first time. Basically, there's, for me, 4 rather hard crux moves. 3 of them are foot moves. I stuck the first crux foot move and basically stuck the crux hand move. Haven't been back since, but today I'm keen to give some goes. Paint It Black is notoriously hard to work. I'm sort of lucky today because there's still a layer of snow, which elevates the landing by about 2 feet. So that makes it so that there's certain positions that you can actually pull onto that you normally can't. The only issue today is that it feels a bit warm. It's like 60 in Estes Park, so that means that it's like, I don't know, probably 50 up here right now. I'm hoping that the temperature starts to drop because it's also just a bit humid. So I don't know if the holds are gonna feel particularly sticky today. It's definitely warm, pretty humid. I ran the top out because I hadn't done that before, and you know, it's hard to figure out what'll be productive today, but whatever. So since I can't try the crux move in isolation without a power spot, basically I just decided to give rips. I started first from one move in, which makes it a tiny bit easier to work and a little more pleasant to pull on, but scrap that idea. I figure I should just see where I can get from the bottom. The first move barely adds anything. Just stuck the foot flip from the start, but not super good. Like, had it a little bit, my foot was a little bit shallow on the hold, so ideally it'll be a little bit pressed like further back on the hold. Not a bad rip, but I can improve. So the session went pretty well, and I was really pleased with sticking the hand move crux from the ground and almost getting through the next foot walk up before the crux foot kick. Over the course of the session, though, I was noticing some pain in my right pinky, like a little bit of stiffness from that crux crimp hold.
wanted to be a little bit cautious, so I would rest for a long time between goes, but kind of brushed it off as nothing serious and assumed that it would just go away pretty quickly. It's a few weeks later now, and I've been climbing on it, but it seems like it's maybe gotten a little bit worse, which is concerning. So I think that it's going to be a while before I'm able to get back to this one, since that crux crimp is pretty mean, and I'm pretty hesitant to get on it when I'm not sure if it might do bad things to one of my fingers. Luckily, the season up in Chaos Canyon is about to get started, so I think for now, it'll make sense to fill some time up there, and I'm mostly just really excited to be up in the mountains.